Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital, Tracy Snags Q Mansion, Epic Overhaul Unleashed. We did a recent video where I said that that's what I was really hoping to see once the actual will was found. And now it's happened. If you want to check it out, I'll drop a link to that video at the end of this one. But now that Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, told Tracy the house is hers, I expect big things to happen. We're going to talk about some huge changes that Tracy might make now that she's got the deed to the castle. General Hospital. Tracy gets the house. So, yeah, I was really hoping that Monica Quartermaine, Leslie Charlson, would leave the house to Tracy. I said it would be great if Monica honored the sisterhood that had grown between them over the years. And now, bam, it manifested. Tracy is clearly touched that Monica left the house to her, especially after years and years of Tracy being reminded that the house was Monica's, not hers, because Alan Quartermaine, Stuart Damon, gave it to her. Tracy's power play. How the new queen of the Quartermaine castle will rule. I do kind of expect Tracy to run a little bit power mad, at least for a while. Not for that long. We'll see. Now that Martin Gray's, Michael E. Knight's scheme has been exposed, Tracy wants to press charges, so Martin may be headed to Pentonville. We'll see how that goes. The best part though of Tracy finding the will was seeing Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, infuriated that he lost his chance to get the house. He was talking nonsense to the QS about taking his place as the head of the family. Can you even imagine? Michael told Drew he's not part of the family, much less the head. This week, Tracy starts taking control of the legacy that Monica handed her, and things are going to get really wild and soapy because it is the first full week of November sweeps. Plus, Tracy has been waiting on this for decades. So, when Michael told Tracy that Monica left the house to her, Tracy's smile said it all. She knows that Monica loved her, also. But then Tracy is going to get devious and maybe a little vengeful. So now that everything's all straightened out, we got to wonder about big changes coming from the new owner. We're going to dive into how Monica's bequest of the mansion could change a lot of things for the Quartermaine family. Eviction notice. Will Tracy kick Ned, Olivia, and Brooklyn out? First, a lot of fans actually think Tracy should kick Ned Quartermaine, Wally Kurth, and Olivia Falconeri, Lisa Lo-Cicero, out of the house. Why, you ask? Well, they believed instantly and without any evidence that Tracy drugged Ronnie Bard, Erica Slezak, at the tea party. And then Olivia salted the wound when she blackballed Tracy from the Metro Court. So, she couldn't even stay at the nicest hotel in town after Ronnie kicked her out. That's how Tracy wound up couch surfing at Lulu Spencer's, Alexa Haven's, little house, surrounded by piles and piles of boxes. Of course, Tracy was hurt because Ned and Olivia didn't believe her, but neither did Brooklyn Quartermaine, Amanda Seton. And to be fair, Tracy's history indicates that she is quite capable of doing something like that. If you remember when Tracy framed Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, for drunk driving, that happened. Tracy also stood there watching her dad, Edward Quartermaine, John Ingle, have a heart attack while she held his medication until he signed some legal papers. And Tracy's done countless other ruthless things. Olivia's harsh move on General Hospital. The family didn't even give her the benefit of the doubt, even though she has. I won't say she's mellowed since those days. I mean, honestly, Tracy framed Alexis not that long ago, but she still thinks they should give her the benefit of the doubt, and they didn't. And even if they suspected that she drugged Ronnie, it still seemed overly harsh for Olivia to ban Tracy from the Metro Court after Ronnie tossed her out of the mansion. This week, Tracy herself is kicking somebody out of the mansion. And of the people that are assembled, obviously, it's not going to be Michael. It's not going to be Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and Drew already left, so it's not him. Most likely, it is Ronnie that Tracy tells to get out of the house and to go ahead and leave Port Charles while she's at it. But there is a chance Tracy may evict Olivia and Ned for payback like fans want to see. But even if she does, I don't think Tracy would give them a permanent ban. Another option could be that she tells Brooklyn she needs to leave because don't forget she also thought Tracy drugged Ronnie's tea. So Tracy might toss Brooklyn out as well. But aside from Ronnie, anybody else that Tracy kicks out is going to be invited back. Just not Drew. A grandson's return. Tracy's plan to bring Gio home to the mansion. A third thing that Tracy may do is insist that Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, move back in. Tracy adores her grandson, Gio, and he was thinking of moving back to the mansion after Ronnie invited him to do that. Plus, Gio just told Emma Scorpio Drake, Braden Bruner, that the Quartermaines are his family and he can't deny it. Rewarding a furry hero, Outback the dog's new place in the Quartermaine family. Another thing that we could see is Tracy wants to reward someone that facilitated messing up the sale of the mansion from Ronnie to Drew. Not so much somebody, actually a creature. I think it would be well deserved if Tracy tells Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, that Outback is welcome in the main house because she was a heroic little dog and snatched those real estate documents away from Drew. As we know, animals can sense evil and Outback obviously smelled it all over Drew. BLQ was the one who said Cody could keep Outback in the stables, which goes against past Tracy's policy. But since Cody's sweet beagle, it bought Ronnie time to reconsider and she tore up the sale papers, which also allowed Tracy time to get there with a will. You know that good dog deserves a big reward. Plus, Tracy adores Cody and she knows how much he loves Outback. So, they may make that pooch an official part of the family. Outback Quartermaine. Plus, it'd be funny if the dog got to use the Quartermaine name, but nobody else wants Drew to use it, you know. An olive branch and a pizza oven. Tracy's surprising holiday gesture. Last but not least, I suspect Tracy might give Olivia that pizza oven she's been wanting for so long. Even if Tracy's mad that Olivia and Ned thought she drugged Ronnie, I'm sure Tracy will be over it by the holidays itself, because Tracy Quartermaine is back in full control, and no one is safe from her signature brand of chaos, sarcasm, and sweeping reform. In a shocking twist that even Edward would have applauded, Tracy has managed to reclaim the Quartermaine mansion, and she's not just reclaiming the keys. She's rewriting the rules, evicting freeloaders, and turning the storied estate into a fortress of power once more. Buckle up, GH fans, because the Queen of Quartermaine is back on her throne, and an epic overhaul is about to rock every corner of that iconic mansion. The Takeover. Tracy's ruthless power play. For months, whispers around Port Charles hinted that Monica was considering downsizing or spending more time abroad. But leave it to Tracy to swoop in before anyone could make a move. After learning that Monica had been toying with the idea of leasing part of the mansion to Ned and Olivia, or even converting sections for hospital use, Tracy made her move. Using a clever legal loophole, and maybe a little blackmail, because come on, it's Tracy, she managed to seize controlling interest in the estate's trust. The Quartermaine mansion is not a bed and breakfast for lost souls and aimless freeloaders, she sniped during a heated family breakfast scene that left jaws on the floor. It's a legacy, and I intend to restore it. Cue the chaos. Eviction notices and new rules. In true Tracy fashion, her return to power didn't come quietly. Within hours of announcing her takeover, she had issued new house rules and thinly veiled eviction warnings. Olivia and Ned, still on shaky ground after Ned's stint as Eddie Main, found themselves walking on eggshells. Brooke Lynn tried to mediate, but Tracy wasn't having it. I love you, dear, Tracy told her granddaughter with a chillingly sweet smile, but sentimentality has no place in estate management. Even Leo found himself wondering if his beloved pizza parties were on the chopping block. When Olivia confronted Tracy about her heartless approach, Tracy fired back, "If you want heart, go to the kitchen. If you want a home, follow my rules." But perhaps the most shocking moment came when Tracy turned her icy gaze toward Drew Kane. After all the drama over ELQ shares and insider deals, she's made it clear, Drew's welcome at the mansion is officially over. "You're not a Quartermaine," she sneered. "You're a cautionary tale." Monica's heartbreak and strategic retreat. Monica's reaction was surprisingly restrained, though no less devastating. Upon learning that Tracy had outmaneuvered her through the estate's legal loopholes, she quietly packed a suitcase. When Brooke Lynn begged her to fight back, Monica sighed, "Let her win. Sometimes the only way to preserve peace is to let the storm burn itself out." But don't count Monica out just yet. Insiders hint that she's already plotting a quiet counterattack, perhaps involving Laura Collins or even a new ELQ alliance. After all, Monica knows Tracy's weaknesses better than anyone, especially her ego. A mansion transformed. Old money, new rules. In a stunning montage that could rival a reality TV renovation reveal, the Quartermaine mansion is undergoing a massive transformation. Tracy's first order of business? Out with the cozy family clutter and in with refined austerity. The portraits of Edward and Lila remain, but the softer touches, Monica's flowers, Olivia's bright kitchen curtains, Leo's art projects, are gone. In their place, cold marble, dark wood, and the echo of power. This house isn't a home, It's an empire, Tracy declares as she oversees the delivery of new antiques and a grand piano restoration. For dignity's sake, she quips. Even Cook too isn't spared. Tracy has hired a Michelin star chef from Europe, declaring that the Quartermaines deserve cuisine, not casserole. Needless to say, the rest of the family is miserable. Brooke Lynn fights back. The heart of the mansion. Of course, there's always one person who refuses to bow to Tracy's tyranny. And this time, it's Brooke Lynn. After being inspired by her recent rise in the music business and her deepening love story with Chase, BLQ decides she's not going to let her grandmother destroy what's left of the Quartermaine heart. You think this house makes the Quartermaines powerful? Brooke Lynn snaps in a fiery showdown scene. But it's the people who live in it, the arguments, the laughter, the chaos, that make it home. Tracy laughs off the idealism, but viewers know that Brooke Lynn's words hit a nerve. Behind closed doors, Tracy is shown pausing in front of Lila's portrait, her expression flickering with guilt and nostalgia. Could this be the first crack in her icy armor? The ghosts of Quartermaine past. In a fun Halloween-style twist that GH writers could easily spin into a special episode, Tracy's first night as sole mansion ruler is anything but peaceful. Strange noises echo through the halls, and she swears she smells Lila's perfume. In one scene that fans are already buzzing about, Tracy sits alone in the study and mutters, "I did it, Mother. I saved the mansion." A gust of wind blows through the room, rattling Lila's teacup collection. "Oh, for heaven's sake," Tracy grumbles, but the moment lingers, hinting that even the formidable Ms. Quartermaine can't escape the ghosts of her family's moral compass. Family divides deepen, Ned and Olivia on the brink. Meanwhile, Ned and Olivia find themselves divided. Ned, torn between loyalty to his mother and his own Quartermaine pride, wonders if Tracy might actually be right about the need for discipline. Olivia, ever the heart of the household, refuses to stand by while Tracy bulldozes their family traditions. "Edward and Lila built this house with love," Olivia declares. "You're tearing it down with arrogance." The tension between the two could push their marriage to a breaking point, especially when Brooke Lynn sides with Olivia. Expect fiery family dinners, slammed doors, and emotional reckonings as the Quartermaines go to war under one roof. ELQ fallout and the next generation. Tracy's takeover isn't just domestic. It's corporate. With renewed control of the estate, she's positioned herself to make a bold move at ELQ. Insiders say she's planning to restructure leadership, possibly cutting Drew and even Michael Corinthos out of decision-making altogether. And in a bold twist, she might be eyeing Brooke Lynn as her successor, not because she believes in her, but because she wants to mold her into a proper Quartermaine heir. But Brooke Lynn has her own agenda, and she's not afraid to outsmart her grandmother at her own game.